In the Sulky, all the time is Bionic Man time. We were just chit-chatting here, and we could talk all day. Bionic Man, three-time HTA Driver of the Year, the sports money leader, 5 straight seasons. John Campbell had 5 straight. Billy Houghton holds the record at 8. Needless to say, those are big names. Do you ever stop and think how far you've gotten in such a short time, and you're only 30?
Oh, absolutely. I thank God every day. I've been very fortunate. Great owners and great trainers that let me drive their horses every weekend, week out, and it's been a great run so far. I hope it doesn't end soon. Maybe
a Meadowlands driving title this year. You were second last year. You won the Chester title, and I was there that last day of 2011 when you accepted the title there. And I looked at the program and thought, $6 million just at that one track.
Chester's been very good to me. It's very close to home, and I love racing on the 5/8 down there in Pennsylvania, and it's just a great facility to be racing at.
Now, your numbers are the same, you said, but things are a little easier these days. Not as many. It's not as helter-skelter of a schedule.
Not quite as much. I try to cut out some of the late doubleheaders and try to concentrate on Chester and here, and for some of the bigger money. And there's still a lot of work, a lot of starts, a lot of qualifiers, but it didn't seem as hard last year as it had in the past.
Now, we asked some of the drivers at the qualifiers the other day, I believe yesterday, how did the track play and how was the racing opening weekend?
Well, I think it's definitely helped. It's the surface is a little not set up yet because of lack of horse working in the morning, but the crew's doing what they can, and hopefully with some good weather, and it'll get better.
I can sum up 2011 in 3 words. Check me out. We're going to take a look at her track record performance here at the Meadowlands in the Mary Annabelle. You drove 3 Dan Patch Award winners last year. This outstanding 2-year-old trotting filly set a world record of 153-2 in the Matron Elim before the eventful final. Before we get to that, let's look at the Mary Annabelle here. Track record performance here at the Meadowlands. Talk about it.
She's just a very special filly. Every weekend, week out, she was right there. When she did get beat, I think she was second both times. And she's just an amazing filly, and every time it's a 3/4 pole home, she could just sprint away from most everybody she raced against. She's just a very talented filly.
Look at this glide here, the whip tucked away, totally wrapped up. A great sprint to the wire there in 28 seconds, 154-2. Is she Hambletonian material? Is this your ticket?
Well, I sure hope so. I know the connections are looking forward to next year, and so am I. She's very talented, and hopefully she'll grow up a little bit and be stronger. And she's definitely deserves the right to be mentioned in that category.
I rated her number 1. Was I right, or was I wrong?
I think you are. I think there's some other talented colts out there, but it's very hard these days for fillies to go against the colts. But I think she's got a very good opportunity to do that.
How about an outstanding 2-year-old filly on the pacing side, American Jewel, who launched her season here in the Countess Adios, and she has the look of a champion. She won 8 of 9. She won the Eternal Camnation, and the She's a Great Lady right here at Mohawk.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. She's wicked fast and very tough, and
holding off economy terror here.
Yeah, the 2-year-old pacing filly year here couldn't even get to her wheel and take nothing away from her. My filly's great, and it's just very honored to get to drive these 2 fillies.
What happened to the rest of the season with her, and how is she coming back? Do you know anything about that?
She got beat at Lexington in her last start there in a track record time, and she actually had a P1 broke. And halfway down the lane, I knew she wasn't 100%, but she still gutted it out and still almost win. But she couldn't even hardly get back to the paddock after the race.
All right. Well, hopefully she comes back sound as a 3-year-old from the great first crop of Donato, Hanover. He struck again with a top colt, possessed the will, Dan Patch Award winner, scored back-to-back wins at the Red Mile, and also won the Valley Victory to cap off his season. Let's take a look here at his race at the Red Mile.
This colt's all season long. I told Jim earlier I really liked him, and he kept getting better and better. He's a big, strong colt. And it took him a couple weeks to get rolling, but once he did, the last part of the season, he just dominated his division. And, he did everything I asked him to do his last 6-7 starts, and a very, very talented trotting colt.
Runner-up in the Breeders' Crown, of course, to Uncle Peter. But, again, a great season for Possess the Will. Andro Vet in the open mare class. Andro Vet scored key victories in the Betsy Ross, the Art Escape, and the Breeders' Crown in 149-2. Unfortunately, you were not on hand for that race.
Yeah, that really disappointed me and hurt my heart a lot. But she's iron tough, and I know she's only 4, going to be 5 now, so you expect really good things out of her. And every week you could just torture, and she kept going forward every step and just iron tough.
All right, Androvette, another horse to look forward to this year for Tim Tetrick. A couple of other top performers last year. One of the most outstanding miles here was in a blinding snowstorm. St. Elmo Hero, 149-1. That rags to riches story.
Oh, absolutely. This horse come from Illinois. They gave practically nothing for him. I think they claimed him out of a 7 claimer, and he went on a great run. He won, I think, 26, 27 races in a row, and he's a lot of fun. I think I got my 6,000th win on him here that night.
Absolutely. And Crispy Apple, Miss New Jersey. Chapter 7 came on late in the season for you. Heston Blue Chip, another one for Linda Toscano, another 2-year-old who tore up the New York Sire Stakes last year. Another one to look forward to in 2012.
No, absolutely, Ken. He was very end of the year really good. He beat everybody in New York, and when you win the Sire Stake final, he went in 53 and a piece. The 3-year-olds went in 55 and 3, I believe. And he's a player. He's absolutely a player.
All right, let's look at your primetime players tonight here with 19 minutes to the opener. You've got the favorite in the first race, Cool Colby.
He's a nice trotter. He raced down at Chester. I drove him. I haven't drove him lately, but I have drove him in the past and watched him plenty. And, if the speed sets up, he loves to pass horses. He can do it either way.
You might be on the lead into those strong wins, though, up the backstretch tonight. We'll find out how that works out for you.
Yeah.
Rock, who's there, post 8 for Jason Robinson. And this horse has been in very, very good form at Chester and Pocono as well.
Yeah, he shows winning. He's coming out of the claimers into this the series here. But, Jason's had a great last year and this year training horses, so hopefully that'll continue on tonight.
All right, 4 stars, Alex, in race 3 here, your choice over a long shot. And this one coming off a win at Chester.
Yeah, he won his last start down at Chester, kind of set the 2-0 on a fast pace and got by the leader, and hopefully he can maybe do the same thing.
All right, in the Clyde Hurt Stakes series, the 3 Hustle on Over ships over from Yonkers.
Yeah, I don't know this horse very well. He actually comes from Iowa. There's been a few mares in the past that's done good from Iowa off that circuit, and for good connections, and hopefully, he'll like the bigger track.
Well, P.J. Fraley said that this 4-year-old's still a bit green, so we'll find out how he adjusts to the big track here at the Meadowlands. No drive in race 5. Moving on to race 6, the 10 Save My Shark. Your choice of 4 here for Tony Alagna.
I had a very tough pick here, but Save My Shark, she made over $200,000 last year, pretty talented mare. And I watched her race last week, for Jimmy, and she had a lot of pace. Hopefully, I don't mess it up. I can get a clean run with her and get her in play, turn her for home.
Okay, and in race number 7, Mock My Word, the 5 in the Clyde Hurt Stakes series. Your choice of 3 here for P.J. Fraley.
This horse's numbers look pretty good on paper, and looks like he fits his series pretty well. And, I think he's got a shot.
Tough to gauge those shipping from Woodbine.
Yeah, you don't know, but it's a tough circuit up there, and he was hitting the board and very consistent up there, and so hopefully that'll carry down to here.
Race 8, a long shot, the 9 for you, almost free. You like that?
Yeah, almost, right? I love anything free, but this horse is, he looks like he's in a little tough spot, but you never know with the way the wind's playing. Maybe you can get led up to it and have a little shot at it.
All right, are you going to drive a horse like that? Naturally, you would drive a horse like that a little more conservatively. The horse has been off, outside post, windy night. Just want to kind of nurse him around the track?
Yeah, it's one of those deals where you try to race and get the driver paid and then, move forward with that and hope he has a good experience with tonight's card, and maybe he'll be more impressive for next week.
Get set for something wild, some cowboy action in race 9, or as they go western, as Sam McKee says, the 7 Oneri Tack Pat in that 1.5-mile pace race 9. A lot of back class there, but is he ready?
He's been off a while. He does have a lot of back class. He's been there many times here in the Winter Circle at the Meadowlands, but he's been off a long time. And, this kind of race, you never know what's going to happen. It might be an
adventure.
Yeah, that's say the least.
All right. Race 10, favorite there, the 2 Real Flight. Real Flight, an easy winner, first-time Lasix.
Yeah, last week he was very impressive. He kind of dogged me a little bit from the 5/8 to the top lane, but once I got into him...
What do you mean by that?
He just kind of let up on me. They were pacing in front of me, and I was second over, but he was kind of gapped, but I just tried to keep the bits in his mouth and try to tease him into going, and top lane he took off, and he responded really well.
Now, what do you do to make them go? You yell at him? Holler at him? Whistle
Bite,
at him?
scratch, kick, anything you can do.
No kicking allowed.
Well, move your feet in the stirrups without touching them. You can still shake the bike and, make the jiggling, make some sound with your with the whip and everything. And just do anything you can.
I notice you go into that deep lean, too, in the stretch. Are you striving for the aerodynamics?
No, that just makes me look good out there. That
hot
says
dogging,
nothing.
Hollywooding.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Finally, you've got Village Rhythm in the finale here. Wire to wire at Freehold last out. And looks like this one's taking a bit of a step up.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's good for good connections here, so hopefully we'll get a little play, move forward, and, hopefully we can have a little luck at the end of the mile.
Okay, we're going to see your brother here, Trace Tetrick. Is he going to be in this area?
You never know. He's having a very good last couple of years. I'm very proud of him. He works super hard. He's up in Windsor Raceway racing. He's got like 11 horses he's training and driving every night, and he's had a great last couple of years in Indiana and Hoosier Park, so I'm very proud of him.
And I see a wedding ring here. Something happened in December, right?
I got married December 9th to my wife Ashley, and got a little kid coming on the way. We'll find out next week if it's a boy or girl. Whatever it is, just hope it's healthy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, best of luck to Bionic Man, Tim Tetrick here, 5-time money leader in the sport. And coming up next, we've got Wendy Ross and a look at the series action tonight.